There we go. Because I'm live.
So you've got a button underneath it that should say go end stream, right?
Yeah. It says
So
you're.
it's saying, are you seeing the live second in the left-hand corner?
Yeah. It was doing this just now. And then the watch count started popping up, but no names were coming up on the
Okay,
thinger
make it
machine.
live stream because I was just test. Right, don't touch anything.
No, I'm not going
Until
to.
I pick your channel. Okay.
Need to check whether people can hear me as well. That's the problem.
Yeah. Right. Okay. It says it's doing it.
Right? There's nobody in the chat box just yet.
Okay, don't touch it.
No, I'm not going to.
Right, it's loading. Hey. Yeah, you're live. Yeah. Excellent. Can you hear me okay?
On the phone, yes.
Okay. Can you put me on speaker a second?
You are.
Can they hear me? I can see you laughing.
Nobody's responded. Yay!
Okay, excellent. Right. There's a bit of lag, but you are indeed live. See, I told you I could fix it.
Thank you, Sheldon.
Yeah, no problem. Be amazed the lag on the live from the phone is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, dear, I will hang up. Yeah, no problem. I fixed it. Huzzah. If any of you people watching can hear me, worship me as a god. I fixed it.
Can you hear me, guys? Yeah? You can hear me. I don't need to text now. That's fine. I can delete that.
Tell them that Sheldon says worship him as a god for fixing it.
Yeah, they can hear you. I'm sure they
Can
can.
you actually hear me?
I think they can. Carl, can you hear Sheldon? Good to see you here, Carl.
They can hear me.
Oh, there is a lag. Wow. Yeah, they can hear Sheldon. They can hear you.
Maybe move the phone a bit closer, then we can do a dual thingy.
Yeah, trying to charge the phone at the same time. The battery is draining crazily. Yeah, it's on charge and I'm talking to you and it's going down. Right.
Hello, everyone. Sorry about the technical difficulties we've had. It was just an absolute palaver of a live stream. It just went horribly wrong.
It did.
But,
It went very wrong.
yeah.
But yeah, I didn't realize.
In the end, I had to kind of start a live stream myself. Within 4 seconds, 2 people were watching me. So maybe me and Luke should do live streams. I think that's a good idea, actually.
Yeah. Go and do a collab. Anyone got any ideas on that one? Doing a collaboration video, something like that?
Yeah, absolutely. Collaboration.
But yeah, this was meant to be about my channel, so.
I've got to change the title of my video to It's Working Now.
Yes. I changed the title to this one, saying hurrah.
Hurrah. Yes, indeed, it's working. Oh, man.
Cool.
Yeah, I don't know why it was being weird. It's just strange.
Very.
But there you go.
Right, so everyone in the chat, how are you all? I didn't know if.
People are slowly, it's increasing.
Yeah, there's 7 people in the chat
What
now.
are you doing? Notice the very fine Ford memorabilia sign behind Simone's head.
That is awesome. I had that powder coated by a friend of mine, and yeah, he powder coated it for free, and that is proper RAL 50 Ford blue. So that's the proper Ford blue.
Ford blue. What could you want?
There we go. And it's
Ford blue. Sounds good to me.
yep, and it's backed by like a pale blue card, so it stands up and it looks really, really good. So yeah, and on that side you can see a registration plate. That's my previous Kawasaki. My first Kawasaki. That was my baby. That was my Yeah, that was a beast of a bike. Can you read that? Is that straight? Can you read that properly?
Yeah, I can read that. What, the number plate?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can read it.
Oh, because to me it's ran the wrong way. Weird.
Why is that run the wrong way? That's fine.
Mirror image.
Ah,
Yeah. Yeah, I get everything in mirror image, whatever's behind me. So it's
yeah.
getting used to doing this kind of thing. I've never
That's a good idea, actually. That really is a good idea. I think I'm going to live stream on my channel now, and I don't know what I'm going to do. I might just. I don't know how many people are watching. 7 people are watching now.
yes.
I'm
And
gonna
I got a thumbs up. Thank you
go
guys.
recruit people. So give me a ring back in 5 minutes,
Okay.
and I'll go grab some people.
Yep, will do.
Not
Thank you.
money, obviously.
Well, people are
Don't
going to
recruit
see
for you and grab them. You go watch this now.
watch this crazy person on YouTube. Right.
This random creepy bloke who I definitely don't know. Yeah, give us a call back in 5 minutes, okay?
Okay, no problem. I'm sure these people, nice people on who are watching, won't mind.
Okay, all
All
right.
right. Bye. Right, everyone. How are you all doing? Have you got any questions about the channel? Anything you're curious about? I am planning on getting back to things. It's been a few weeks. Mind you, being ill doesn't really help. So this feels a bit weird. Oh God, Pinky. Um, there's a lot to do on Pinky. Um, as you can probably tell from the last video, there was a bit of a mistake with the powder coating with that one, and it kind of worries me because the chassis number on the headstock. Oh, it's okay, Duncan. It's not a problem. It's it's just finding different channels. But no, Pinky, she was powder coated quite heavily, and yeah, the chassis number was covered completely. So I was trying to use like a very fine sandpaper to rub it down and reveal the numbers because when you take the bike, obviously for an MOT and everything, you need to be able to read the chassis numbers. I then started trying to use something heavier, and I started getting really worried that I was going to remove the numbers without realizing what I was doing. Um, but I've got some Nitromors, and I tried that on powder coat, and it's actually quite effective, and it's quite strong stuff, so that does work. But I've got quite a few jobs to do. Um, I need new tires on the back. I've got to get chain and sprocket kits. Um, have been replacing bolts and such in stainless steel. If you have been watching that, you would have seen those few things. So yeah, I did have a list of everything it needed doing for that bike, and um, I am considering starting. I don't like doing this. I'm considering starting up a Patreon, and um, I I really don't like asking, and I think there might not be any other way of getting it done. I mean, even some of the hoses, the water system for that need to be replaced. They're so perished. And if I get something of decent quality, it's going to last instead of buying stuff which is just as it was originally. Yeah, it certainly does. The Nitromors I've got, I've had it a while, and it's in a green can, and you've really got to shake the stuff to aggravate it. Yeah, the new Nitromors is garbage. this stuff, I've had it for years, and I was using it in my shed not so long ago, and I used it on some brackets, and it came up like no, it really did rip the paint off. Oh, there's the other stuff I've seen. Um, yeah, the old mixture I think is better. Um, there is a YouTube channel. There's a guy who uses a paint stripper. I don't know if I can mention other YouTube channels here. Marty's Matchbox Makeovers. That is really interesting the way he strips stuff down and rebuilds stuff. But he uses a paint stripper, and it's brilliant stuff. So I'm gonna have to remember what it is and get hold of a can, because that is really aggressive. And yeah, to work on powder coat would be the best option. Oh yeah, that is not good, Carl. Yeah, eye protection, plenty of it. I've learnt from doing grinding and stuff like that, and getting bits of paint in the eyes. And I've had even just using a Dremel, a basic Dremel, little bits of wire flick off and they stick in your face. It's not fun, not fun at all. So I might get myself a full face mask for doing work like that. So even using something as small as that, you've still got to be careful. Oh, I'm going to be getting the bike seat reupholstered as well. There's the Pinky's bike seat. Um, there's nothing really wrong with it. It just needs to get stripped down. I want to get it stitched with the name Pinky instead of ZZR, and get pink piping in the material as well. Yeah, it is, Duncan. Oh, my animal's here. Better not share in the video. Might get my video taken down. No, don't want that. Yes, it was. The I hadn't run it much. ZZR is a 1991 model. It's a D2. They did a what D1, D2, and a D3. So I've had a D, or could it be a D? Actually, I could be wrong. I think it could be a D1 because it's got the coolant hoses, no warming hoses to go between the carburetors. So it's a 1991. The previous bike I had, which is that registration plate there, is a 92, and that is slightly different. But yeah, the bike was running beforehand, um, and it sounded really good, but it was in such poor condition that I couldn't ride it. If you look through some of my videos, you'll see like a couple of the thumbnails where the swing arm was in three different colors, and it's just like I can't ride a bike like that. It's just it'd been sat in the yard for 3 years, just not looked after. So it really needed doing. But I wish I could have spent a bit more time on it, because I had to move house as well. So that kind of changed things. And beginning of this year, I picked up some part-time work, and that kind of slowed me down even more. Even though I was getting a bit of money in, um, it still kind of held things back. I wonder what happened to everyone else. Oh, got 8, and we got a thumbs up, which is cool. Oh, they are bomb-proof, literally. Um, I was thinking of getting it stripped down and cleaned up, but I'm not so sure now. Oh, yeah, they are powerful. I remember taking mine to the Bulldog Bash. I think it was, well, that the old one. Sorry, there, that one. Um, I took that to the Bulldog Bash back in about, I think it was 2010, and they put it on a dyno tune or dyno run or in a van thing. And they took it. It topped out at about 160, but the acceleration. The first time I rode that bike scared the hell out of me. I pulled up to a junction and sorry, I was turning right and I went to pull out. Hey, Kerno, good to see you. I went to pull out the junction and it tried to lift on me. And I'm very small, there's not much to me. And yeah, it scared the crap out of me. And yeah, people used to say to me, "How can you ride that thing? You're tiny." I said, "Well, it kind of, doesn't really matter really how big you are compared to what size bike you're riding, as long as you know how to handle it and you can get your foot down on the ground flat, then it's not really a massive issue. But yeah, see what I mean? Yeah, doesn't matter what size you are. Um, but yeah, I could tuck in behind the fly screen and like it would just fly. It was a brilliant machine, absolutely brilliant. So that's why I want to get the bike I've got now back on the road. It has to be back on the road soon. Yeah, 11s are quite scary. Yeah, they are. Yeah, I've been on an 11 and yeah, they're quick. They're heavy, but they're quick. Kawasaki knew what they were doing when they were building the ZZs. They really d I've even been told the 400 is quick. Oh, Bergman 400. Yeah, rear tire. Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's gotta be a pain having to remove the exhaust. I've learnt not to use sticky tires as well because they wear down really quickly. I had a set of Continentals on my last ZZR, and they did wear down very quickly. Good fun though, good fun. Oh, comment on one of my videos, the welder video. That's good. Bridgestone, I do like those tires and Pirellis, but they don't make. I don't know if they make them for the ZZ anymore. I will have to check. I know for the little the little Yamaha, I think I can still get them, and they're cheap as well for this. H2 500 triple. That not going around corners. That reminds me of the old VMAX. If anyone remembers those, they don't like corners either, or even slight bends. They like to go straight in a straight line only. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, these can be, um, they can be Bibles in a way, but I always take them with a pinch of salt because they never get everything right. But I've got loads of Haynes manuals at the moment, and 3 points. Oh God, yeah, I yeah, been close. Yeah, I've got loads of Haynes manuals, and I've got to have a Cortina Mark III. As you guys have probably seen that that is a favourite of mine. Oh, we got 10 people in, 2 thumbs up. Thank you. Very kind. The two-stroke. Yes. I'm looking forward to getting that on the road. Like, that's gonna be fun. It really, really will be fun. And I would like, at some point to try and get one of the bikes to the NEC on, like, one of the restoration stands, maybe, something like that. Yes, Pete is, yeah. Um, I've watched him do, excuse me. Oh, I've watched him do half of Swampy, all of Ruby, and currently, obviously, Bramble. Bulldozer? Ha Hari Bulldozer. Oh, Harley. Oh, okay. I'm not too familiar with Harleys, I must admit. Hey, Dutch. Thanks for joining. Um, to be honest with you, I wouldn't have started doing my restorations if it wasn't for Pete. So he's got, yeah, my channel to, yeah. If I hadn't have found his videos of Swampy, I wouldn't be doing this. I wouldn't be restoring Pinky or Buddy. Hey, Park Nest. Wow, Yorkshire, excellent. I've been there a few times. I had to deliver a transit van there once. Hey, hey, welcome back, Blue Nose. Glad to have you back. Sorry about before. Oh, cool. Thanks, Park Nest. Thank you for taking the time to have a poke around my tiny channel. It's really much appreciated because I didn't really think that my channel was going to really go anywhere. Ah, Manchester. I do get the chance to go up there every now and again. I think the last time I went up there was they had a classic car show up there, but they've canned it now. They're not doing it. Bedford Rascal. Oh my God, I remember those. They were awesome. Very Hubnut. Halesowen. What county's Halesowen in? You don't see very many Bedford Rascals. They're pretty awesome. Ah, oh, Dudley. Oh, okay. I got a friend of mine who lives in Studley, but I don't think that's anywhere near. Oh, that's a shame. Yeah, I think they all do eventually. They all fall apart, you know, after a while. Oh, okay, Breeze. Oh, yeah, Suzuki Caravan. I remember that. They had quite a few different names, didn't they? I'm not too sure what they were called overseas. Oh, more alerts. Oh, thank you, Kerno. Very kind. I've got a long way to go to compete with most other channels. I've found quite a few others which I've really started getting into now. iDriver Classic is one. I like it. I like watching that. And there's a new one. There's a young lad. What was he called again? Um, oh, I forget. It'll come to me. There's a young chap, a young lad. He reviews cars, and yeah, he's got quite a passion for it. And he's got a lot of knowledge in his head as well. And it's good to see youngsters getting an interest in older cars. That's the one, Partners Twin Cam. Yeah, I like watching what he does. It's very good. I think he's gonna go somewhere. I really do. And it could even become like I don't know, possibly like Hubnut, maybe. I know you can see he's getting more confident in what he does. I do watch Laurie's Marvel Mechanical ugh, um Mechanical Marvels. I've seen a few of those, yes. Thank you, Carl. Right, okay, you take care and I'll see you at some other point. I'll try and do another one of these streams. Triumph Dolomite video. I'll have to check that out. Thank you, Park Nest. Very kind. Um, oh, I'll have to check that out. Classic Carbs Capri. Thank you, John. Did honest opinion, guys, what did everyone make of the Cortina video, the Mark V? That's the first proper, video I've done of a car where I've been driving and talking about it. Thank you. Hey, Dave. Thank you for joining. Oh, I've not been to Helston Railway in years. I'll have to pop down there again one day. I've not been there in such a long time. I used to go to Bodmin as well. They got a steam railway, I think, down that way. Ooh. I'm going to try and get kind of Christmas out of the way, really, as quick as possible. American English Motors. I am planning on getting some small bits done on the RS-125 soon. So I'm going to try and put up a video about that. And I did a bit of work on the Rover as well. Well, I tried to. It's kind of a fail video, so to speak. Mark III Fiesta. I remember when they were new. Oh, my cat hates other cats. Can't stand them. Oh, Gen 5 Toyota Celica. Very nice. Never really had a proper look at Lancias. I would like to. I don't mind a Landy. They're quite cool. I wouldn't mind getting a chance to drive one. That'd be interesting. Bit of fun. Mostly aluminium, so they don't really rot. apart from obviously the chassis. That can't really be aluminium, can it? Probably not. I haven't really looked. I don't know much about off-roaders really. BMW E36. Think I know which one that is. Yeah, it's a good idea to wax oil everything. I wax oiled both bike frames. That's it, galvanized. Yeah, that's what I was. Yeah, the stuff they used to make water tanks out of. Yeah, Lancia Dedra 2 litre. I've not heard of a Dedra. Lancia Prisma. What kind of years were those two cars, the Lancias? 1990. Yeah, I would have still been at school at that point. So I don't think I'd remember those really. Mind you, saying that 1990, 91, that was the year Kawasaki was built. So yeah, I was at school at that point. And the RS125, that's a 1983. So yeah, I was at school. Yeah. Yes, and you, John. Um, I am going to. I'll finish off the chat at 45 minutes if that's okay with everyone. Just so I can kind of get used to doing this um, YouTube live streaming stuff. AR125. Um, didn't they do an AR50 as well? I'm sure they did an AR50. I was born in 76. So yeah, you left school before I was even born. I think my brother had an AR50 Loki. Yeah, 125 and an 80. Yeah, I thought I was right. I think he had a DT, was it a DT50 or DT125 trials bike? Yeah, 89? Was that 1989? Yeah, the DT, I think. Oh, LT, yeah, LCs. I remember those. I never read one though. I've never ridden one. I always liked the tail design, the way it was shaped. I have had a couple of other bikes as well. I've had a Suzuki 500e, a Suzuki 500e as a like a baby Gixxer. Awesome little bike, really quick. De-restricted. Oh, excellent. Oh, we're all going to get there one day, Duncan. So I'm like 20 years away from you now. Was it on? What did I? I don't know if you got if I've mentioned to in the videos about the 125. That engine has been bored. Um, when my best friend owned it before he died, he had it rebored to a 175. So technically, it's a 175. Kajiva Mito 125. I I'm not sure I know that bike, but yeah, I like Vespers. They're really cool. The Vespa always makes me think of Jeremy Clarkson falling off one and crashing. Yeah, right. Um, Retro Restores done a few bikes. Yeah, you can change all the pistons and everything in smaller bikes. It's all good fun. There's a guy who I know. He was playing with the Yamaha RXS 100, and it ended up being powered by some kind of rocket fuel, and this thing was crazy. It was so fast, it was stupid. First bike I was a full power RD 125LC. Remember those? CBR 600. Never ridden one of those, but I'd like to. ZZR 600D, TDM 850, CBR 11. Nice. I don't think I've seen a Blackbird for a while, but I do like those. Did any of you guys watch Del Boy's Garage? Was it Del Boy's Garage? Moonfleet. 975 900. Uprated it to 11. Very nice. Yeah, some of his stuff is pretty good. I like what he does when he's doing like when he's making stuff out of metal for his bikes. That's quite interesting to watch. KR1S Kawasaki in 90. Very fast. Yeah, I can see that. Definitely. I've been on the back of an XJR 1300 and those are quick, very rapid. But they're the XJR 1300, you sit bolt straight up, and I'm not used to that. My neck muscles struggle with the acceleration of those. I'm more used to being, leant forward like on the ZZ. Yeah, I quite enjoy Del Boy stuff. But I don't take it all. Um, I don't use everything he says though, because like you've got to use a bit of information from loads of different places. But what he does is common. A lot of it is common sense. So yeah. Oh, I love the smell of two strokes, Loki. Two-stroke mixed engine, mixed oil. So such a nice smell. So I've got to get onto the RS125. I took the engine casing off because the kickstart wasn't working properly. So I've got to get a new gasket, and hopefully when I put the engine casing. Oh no, hang on. No, I've got to send the engine casing away. I didn't know if I'd mentioned this on the channel up until this point. My friend came down to have a look at the bike, and he's a professional welder. He's much better than me, and he was looking at it, and I didn't see it because he turned it in upside down, so he could see inside the casing, and there was a crack along the molding, and he said, "You're going to lose pressure, engine pressure, crankcase pressure, and you're going to lose oil." So he said, "Look, bring it up to me or send it up to me," and he says he'll weld it for me. So he can weld aluminium, and then he said he'll also clean up the casing as well, which is useful. So yeah, what I want to do is obviously, like I've done before, get stuff like that filmed, like I did when had the powder coating done. Um, so there's there's uh, there's so much I need to do on both bikes. It's crazy. I mean, from wheel bearings to chain adjusters to chain and sprocket kits, and then you've got the wheel alignment, and then new tires and new inner tubes, replacing the mud guards, lights. There's quite a lot to do. I need a whiteboard like Del Boy so I can draw it all out. Craig Jones, Doghouse Customs. I will check that out. I will. Um, I get a pen and write that down. Old school style. Craig Jones, Doghouse. I need to carry on as well with the welding. Um, yes, alloy welding is quite difficult. Gucci lover. Um, I would like to give it a try at some point, but currently I'm MIG welding. But um, the reel of wire I've got at the moment is too heavy for the welder to turn, so I need to get a smaller reel, something lighter. But it's zero point 0.6 mil wire that I use. But when I was welding a few months ago, putting a few videos up, I got kind of a little bit frustrated. But then again, you're going to when you're first learning to do stuff like that. So having a piece of metal cut out of that seat base already, and then measuring stuff up, giving it extra metal along the lip as well. Um, you know, I'm trying to think to myself, shall I weld a piece in and then remove the next section, or shall I just keep going around? Because the central piece of that seat base is solid. It's just the outer section that needs to be replaced all the way around. It looks rotten, but it's not. I hope so, Steve. Um, the channel is very small, so it is a possibility I could get deleted. I really don't want to be, and it's quite upsetting to be perfectly honest because I've had my channel up since it must be about 2008, but I didn't do anything for years. All I did was just watch videos. Um, it must have been 4, 5 years ago I started actually uploading, and the first thing I uploaded was a stupid video about an Xbox, and that was I just put LEDs inside it and thought, this is cool. Um, but yeah, I took that down years ago because it was resolution was terrible and quality was just awful. Um, and recently deleted my most successful video because it had a toy in it. And according to Copper and the FTC, if you've got toys in your videos, you have to select the video for kids or whatever, and you'd lose all monetization and everything, as we already know, and lose all views and everything. So I thought, it had 26,000 views just for that one video, and it was a stupid video. It only took me less than 6 minutes to make it, and it was just having a bit of fun, really. And I didn't think to myself, "Oh, I'll download that." And it was Sheldon who said to me, "You need to download everything." Yes, Loki. YouTube will die eventually. Um, things will keep going wrong. And, you know, the adpocalypse a few years ago, that was kind of I think that was kind of the start of it, really. Or was it prior to that? It could have been. Um, and then this year, things are looking quite kind of bleak for 2020 on YouTube. But Article 13. No, I don't think I've got Article 13. You may have to refresh me. Oh, yes, yes. Um, copyright thing. Yeah. Um, I a couple of my videos when I went to car shows and such, I went onto a free music website, and this music was completely free to download and use on any of your content. And I had, weirdly enough, it was one of the NEC car shows. It's one with the 2CV in the thumbnail. I had a copyright strike on that. So, yeah, Sheldon wants me to ring him. I was going to shut this live stream. Yeah, I had a copyright strike on some free music. I'm putting you on loudspeaker, Sheldon.
Howdy.
Howdy doody.
I can see my phone on your screen.
Yeah, only like, yeah, a little bit.
Can you hear me, people in the chat? Do you think they can hear me or not?
Oh, they should be able to. They did last time.
Can you hear me now?
I don't know. They haven't responded yet.
I did live stream just to let you know
Yeah.
that you were doing one,
Okay.
and I like inundated with questions, and I was really surprised.
Oh, wow.
I just wanted to tell them.
Yeah,
Can hear me.
Park Nest. Yeah, yeah, they can hear you.
Excellent.
Yeah. I was going to finish this live stream, but now you've turned up.
You can carry on. I can just be here
Yeah, you're fine. You can carry on talking if you like. I don't mind.
if you like.
But yeah, we've been talking about all sorts of stuff, which is quite cool. People asking questions about bikes. So
Diversity of stuff. Talking about YouTube, blah blah. I think with the YouTube issue, correct me if I'm wrong. I think that if YouTube does go through with it, it'll take them so long to implement it. It's estimated about 5 years if they actually do it.
yeah, sorry, I'm just laughing at Loki's comment.
Stop, Sheldon. I wasn't slagging you off. I wasn't.
Sorry, it just made me laugh, Loki.
One of the guys from my channel commented, "No, I wasn't slagging you off. Don't take it that way. No, I wasn't. I wasn't slagging you off. I was just surprised, to be honest, that people, just watch me sitting on my bed doing jack shit."
Well, I'm sat on the floor doing sod all, so you know.
Yeah.
No, it's been really good actually. This live stream, it's actually cheered me up quite a lot.
Oh, well, that's good.
I don't think I can weld that rover in one day. No,
I bet you weld that rover in a lifetime.
no, it could be done. Yeah, I reckon it could be done. If Pete can do Bramble and Swampy, it's possible.
Well,
Honestly, I think it can be done.
I am tempted to talk to my expert and say, look, is there any chance this can be done? Because my expert said even he would walk away, and he's been welding the cars for 50 years.
Right. Okay.
There again, he's not as mad
That is
I'll
true.
ask him if
What
it could be done.
ask him a question for me.
Yeah,
Ask him if the transmission tunnel is solid.
yeah, it is because they never rock that.
Right, okay, that's a good thing. And also I forget what they call them. There's like a brace that goes across the floor from door to
Cross
door.
member, yeah,
The cross members. Check if they're solid, and also the chassis rails.
yeah, the chassis rail's not.
They're not solid.
No, I will
Right.
talk to him because it could potentially be a really good project for me.
Chassis rails can be replaced, as we know from Bramble.
Yeah,
They
but
can be
it's
done.
different on the P6. Well, yeah, you can. I don't know. It might just be doable. I don't know. I might just. What I might do is just. Now, this is not addressed to just Simone. It's addressed to all of you. What I might do is just cut all the rocks out and see what's left, basically.
The whole car basically needs to be stripped.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, the whole car needs to be stripped. So it needs to
I don't
have
have a
like,
choice. I can either go balls deep and do a serious restoration, if because I'm going to go up there and get the welding skills on the metal fabrication.
yeah.
I can either go balls deep in a serious restoration if it's doable,
Well,
or I can
there
risk
is
it and get my money back.
there is a comment that Pete said to me. I don't know if you Pete C, that is, and he
Yeah, the
said,
Cortina City guy.
yeah, Corsina City guy. Um, he said to me, "Don't worry, it's just metal. Yeah, metal can be fabricated into whatever shape you want.
That is true.
You know,
So I
and
just give the car to Pete and like, here you go.
I think it'll cost you about 25 grand. That's how much money he's put into one of his cars, I believe. Don't
25 grand?
do not quote me on that, people, please. Do not quote me on that.
Surely not. It can't be worth it. It wouldn't be worth that.
No, that's how much money you've got all the services, you've got the parts, you've got the spraying, you've got
That's probably what he's put into a few, like two of his
it's
cars.
very
So I can
possible I could be
quick math is
overstepping.
what one is worth
Yeah,
if it's really nice.
well, I've seen a
And I
few
only have 20 pence to my name, so
wow. Well, I mean, I'm in the similar barrel, so, I am doing a little bit of work. I have sold the Beetle. Um, so money from the Beetle is gonna be going towards sorting out a few things on the Rover, and
yeah,
then fingers crossed, Project Pinky episode 9. Episode
correct.
9, possibly.
Yeah, I'll definitely come up to Plymouth or do a dual episode.
That would be epic.
Yeah. Oh, we've got any questions for me? Overall is not lost. Well, either way, even if it's not repairable, I'll still get my money back, so it's not a huge deal.
Well, thing is, can you get money on, say, things like, I don't know, like a quarter lights, the windows, the windscreens,
Yeah, you
that
can
kind of
get back
thing?
for all that. I thought he was breaking the blue P6. Um,
If you-
I'm tempted to talk to my expert and see if it's possible to do it. I doubt it, but you never know.
Well, you did say
If he
that the
wants Sheldon's Rover to get him roadworthy, you'll have my utmost respect. Yeah, I bet he will.
yeah, yeah. Well, I need to get that reel of welding wire first before I can weld anything. Um, that reel I've got on there at the moment is way too heavy, and it cannot pull it. It can't. I've tried,
Yeah.
and it's starting to flash rust as well. So
Well,
flash
maybe what
rusted
happens,
wire is not good.
there's probably a 40% chance the blue one is fixable.
Well, one thing I'd be interested in doing, if I got my hands on the car, would be getting all the panels off, unless your friend already has done.
Well, put it this way, there's nothing left underneath the depots.
That's the rear post for the passenger seats, yeah?
Both of them either side. He got the other door open.
Did he now?
Yeah,
Are they
and underneath the rear decker, there's nothing left.
was it cut out, or did it just rot away?
It just rolled away.
Oh, for God's sake.
So
Well,
I don't know if it's doable. I've got a donor car, so
um, no, no, I would get one more than one real Gucci. Honestly, I would more than one.
yeah, you probably need 10
Think-
reels to work
yeah, I'd
that,
need quite a
wouldn't you?
few, and a lots and lots and lots of sheets of welding material.
So is
Um,
your world gasless or gas?
gas.
That's good because gasless ones are crap.
Yeah, I don't use gasless. I've got CO2 argon.
Yeah,
If
yeah,
any of
I
you
do.
guys out there would do welding, let us know. Tell us what you do. If it's MIG, stick, whatever, let us know what you do.
I've done a bit of arc, but arc's different.
I've never done arc. I've only ever done MIG.
It's a
Well,
similar principle, but it's bigger, thick metal.
oh, I see. Yes, yes.
Funnily enough, a friend of mine who's been a car dealer in
Pigeon poo?
yeah, that's what he's talking about welding.
Oh, hang on a minute. That makes me think of like when people do
You know when people do beginner welding, it's all speckly spots, like pigeon shit.
yeah.
That's what he said.
Well, it makes me think of say plumbers when they put in too much flux and metal. It
Yeah,
looks like they call it snot.
I'm hoping to improve my welding skills, partners. Yeah, practice makes perfect,
It
though.
does,
Don't
honestly.
forget the fabrication, and the preparation is the most important thing. Get that metal really clean.
Yeah, you need a decent gloves, a decent wire brush, good eye protection. Um, yeah, and make sure that like on your welder that when you're feeding your wire through, it's got good grip.
Yeah, I
Um,
use 15-kilo reelers on my MIG welder. Jesus.
I don't think mine are that heavy. The one that's
No,
on the welder
he's
is that heavy, but it's a SIP welder. It's
he's
a
probably got a large welder.
it's very possible.
I've got to try dolomite. Ooh, you never told me you
Ooh,
had a dolly.
very. I like
Dolomite.
dollies.
What is it, partner? Is it a Sprint or an 1850?
I do like dollies.
Yeah, there's one down the road from me, but I'm going to look at. It's been sat out back of a classic car dealership for
1850 auto. Oh, that's got to be a rarity. That's got to be a rarity.
it's been sat outside this classic car dealership in Recycling in Cornwall for 10 years.
Whoa, there can't be much of it left then.
Well, the guy wants to scrap it, but my mate Nathan Critchley needs some parts, so I might buy the whole car and just break it if there's decent parts.
Oh,
That'd be worth doing.
Gucci's dad was a welder. Nice. Did you learn some skills from your dad?
Me?
No, Park Nest.
Alright.
Not
How
Park
many
Nest. Sorry,
60 left? Oh my god,
sorry,
Nathan
Gucci.
Critchley
Sorry,
also. Wow.
60 left worldwide. Yeah. See, it's a little bit like the Austin Maxi. There's very few of those left.
I filmed an auto one of those.
Was it the red one that was down on the?
No, no, it was a totally different one.
Oh, okay.
That video, I filmed the video. It's an automatic. They're very rare, but I
Yeah.
couldn't release it for personal reasons.
Well,
Otherwise, it'd been sweet.
okay. Well, Twin Cam, he did one on his channel as well recently, couple of days ago.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's alright. I like his channel.
Yeah, it's a very good channel. I really enjoy it. It's getting better and better every video.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're still like we don't know what if it's a Sprint or an 1850, but it'd be worth having the bits. It looks really rotten, but it could be savable. Who knows?
Um, yeah, they do really need to like be fully assessed. I mean, I remember watching
Yeah.
Pete C look at a car once, and he crawled underneath it, and he just grabbed hold of a bit of it, and just the whole thing just disintegrated in his hand. And when you grab hold of a chassis rail and it disintegrates in your hand, then you know it's too far gone.
Yeah, you got to be careful. I mean, the dolomite, the front subframe mountings, if they're gone, you're pretty screwed.
Uh,
I think that's one of the more critical things of dolomite. But I'll go look at it anyway.
yeah, yeah.
Also, my mate who's been dealing cars for 50 years, he's just got a tip that there's a huge barn in Cornwall, not far from Penzance, with a 1930s or early 40s lorry in it,
Oh,
and a Triumph Herald, a Austin A30,
I
and
do
a
like the
bunch of cars
A30s.
in there. So if he'll let me film, I'm going to go film this barn for the classic cars.
Oh, that'd be good if I could come with you.
Yeah,
Do a double video for that one.
yeah. I don't think they'd let you come with me, unfortunately.
Possibly not. Possibly not.
Yeah.
Um,
The only reason I can go is because I can get underneath the cars because I'm 76, so he can't exactly, you know.
yeah. I'm not exactly big built myself, so
Well,
Um,
he wouldn't be able to, he'd buy the thing and I'd get the bugger going,
yeah,
whether we bought the truck, the dolly, the truck, the Herald or the A30, either one, I'd try and get
yeah.
the bugger going.
Well, I'd love to get myself a Mark III Cortina. as everyone knows.
Yeah,
But
I really like Mark III Cortinas. There's one on Facebook for 2.5 grand, really solid.
you're kidding.
Mm.
I'm gonna check that out then. I'm gonna have a look.
Sheldon featured a Triumph 1300 in one of his videos. Yes, that is true, Mark. That's when we went
Yeah.
to the plastic car dealership to see the twin. That's where the Dolomite is. That's where it is.
Mm. I didn't know Gucci, sorry, Welders earned good money. I didn't know that. I suppose, you can. It just depends on how much work you can get.
Yeah, he said he wish I had welders earn good money.
Yeah.
Yeah, welders make good
I
money,
th-
so
I
I
think
really
it
get good
de
at it.
I think it depends on what kind of welding you're doing because a friend of mine, he's a professional welder and he was building um, these massive gates for the new London sewage system, and they are huge. And yeah, he was on a good pay packet for that. But that's
Yeah,
some massive
actually,
construction. That's some big construction.
my expert's mate Paul Umet, he does it in industrial uses.
Yeah, yeah,
So
industrial
my
welding.
expert was teaching him how to weld cars, and it's totally different.
Yeah, Loki, I do like the Mark II Cortinas.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, actually, I kind of like all of them to be fair.
The Mark One Cortina, the Lotus Cortina.
Yeah,
Now that is a machine.
they did a Lotus Mark II as well, but I don't think it was quite as popular.
The guys who work on oil rigs earn very good money. That is true. That
Yeah,
is
I can.
very
Yeah,
dangerous work though.
very, very dangerous. But I totally agree with that. They're on a serious. They're on danger money essentially, aren't they?
Yeah, it's like those windscreen clean skyscraper window washers. They're little platforms. That is so
Oh
dangerous.
yeah, yeah.
I'd never do that. But
No, I couldn't. I'd be crying, panicking, like let me out.
no, I'm terrible with heights, so it wouldn't end well. But
I'm
anyway, I'm going to head off to bed now. It's nearly 12 o'clock.
Yeah, saying that. I'm going to sign off in 3 minutes. So, um,
I'll stay for 3 minutes.
okay.
So,
But 22, um, 20 to midnight, we're going to end the stream. And yeah, thank everyone for joining. It's been um, an interesting evening. Let's put it that way. Spent a couple of hours sat on the floor trying to figure out how to stream on YouTube. But yeah,
Gucci Lover is the friend, is Rob's best mate who owned the Triumph 1300 I built. Hello,
uh,
mate. Did I talk to you on the phone?
no way.
Yeah, I think I talked to you on the phone, Gucci Lover. Yeah.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, you're into the mod Vespas and bikes on like Rob, aren't you? Is that the same bloke? Are you the same bloke? I
So,
assume so.
so wait for a response.
Yeah.
There
Well,
must
you've
there
got
must
a
be
1500E back in the 90s. Yep, they're good.
yeah, there must be a bit of a delay in the stream.
Duncan Hesketh, I guess. I used to
Dig
weld
well,
digs back
oh
together with thin,
blimey.
thick steel, which is easier to weld compared to cars. That is indeed true
Yeah, the thinner the
because
metal,
you can go through it.
yeah, you got to be careful with the thinner metal. Blow straight through the stuff.
Huh. I had no
Wow.
clue that Gucci Lover was Rob's mate.
Ah,
Tell him I say hello,
nice one.
Gucci, because I haven't spoken to him in ages. I think he's
That's
got
really
cancer
cool.
now. Yeah, I'll have to give him a ring and see how he's doing when I get my credit back.
Absolutely. Definitely. Well,
Yeah, lovely bloke.
I'm not sure if I should put out a new video just yet. I don't know if I should wait and see what happens on the 10th of December.
I think it's going to be fine. Yeah, that's
Fingers
Steve.
crossed.
I've got two Volkswagen campers now. Yeah, hello, mate.
Fingers
He only
crossed
bought,
things will
you
be
say he bought
okay.
two campers. I thought he only bought one. What's it? Are they old Volkswagen buses? What are they? Are they the ones after the classic Beetle? The kind of retro moddy ones, they're T24s, I think they are, something like that. If you like Volkswagens, go on VW Coco. He's a bloke in Plymouth who restores Volkswagen Beetles and old Volkswagens. I've got to go there and film some stuff. He was cool for me to do that. Yeah, he's got a Volkswagen. He's got a Carmen Gear.
Oh, I do like
Beetles,
Carmen Gear.
loads of them.
Partners, I'm going to carry on regardless. Nobody in their right mind would kill the second biggest website. Yeah, this is true.
We don't know what's going to happen. There's going to be mass censorship. That's definitely for
Oh, there
sure.
will be. There will be. And everything comes to an end eventually. Everything.
Good stuff. Better than politics, BS. We'll watch again.
Yeah,
Okay,
we
well,
will.
I'm going to be doing a live stream on my channel on Wednesday.
Okay.
Everyone is watching. Make sure to check out Simone's channel on a regular
Then
basis.
I'll
She's
try and
doing
jump on
awesome.
as well. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining. It's been interesting. Take care, and I'll see you in another video.
Yeah,
I'm
take
not.
care,
I'm not going to
everyone.
do a
Thanks for watching.
pachu.
Bye-bye.
I'm not going to do an Ian Hubnut and do a pachu. So yeah,
No.
I don't want a copyright strike.
Yeah.
But
Okay,
anyway,
Gucci lover. I will contact you, and if I can find you on, just comment on my channel, Gucci lover, and I'll speak to you again. All right. Yeah. Okay.
all right.
Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.
Speak to you later, Sheldon.
Bye. Bye.
All right. Good night, everyone. Bye.
Bye.